Hello, welcome to A Tea with Trina. I hope you're doing well. I am feeling very, I think, uh, engaged and calm and present today. It has been a busy couple of weeks for me with, you know, working and working with my clients and helping them along their journeys. Yet also, I've taken time to be present with family. So I'm on live for the first time, I know, in a couple weeks. Um, and I had a really good weekend this past weekend and Mother's Day. I hope those of you who are mothers or who are mothering had a great weekend and a great Mother's Day as well. I was able to I had no phone, no way to capture photos, though other people did. And just because my battery ran low, right? And it turned off, and I just stuck it in my glove compartment and went ahead and enjoyed the day. And it was such a beautiful Sunday. And that's what I did. I just was present for that day, which I really appreciated and enjoyed the time. And we're here for a tea with Trina. So I want to chat with you today. First, let me tell you what I'm having for tea. I'm having rooibos green tea, which is, I don't know if I've had green tea, rooibos green tea, but it smells similar to matcha tea to me, though I think the flavor profile is a little bit different. I haven't had it yet, but that's the tea that I'm having today. I'm not for sure what you're having, but hopefully you are enjoying it. I like it. Oh, and it's a touch of honey in here too. So you all know I have to have some kind of honey in this tea, but it probably would have been okay with not, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe would have been okay without honey, but that's what we have. But I wanted to hop on here with you today to talk about the life that you were destined for, to live the life that you are designed for. I need to share designed for. And I want to talk about this topic today because I think it's essential. There are a couple of things that came across my feed within the past couple of days that highlighted some things for me. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. I do have some notes here, but I'm not for sure if I'm going to stick with them because they're kind of not fully all of the things that I want to share in the way that I want to share them. So I'm going to just share this with you about living the life that you were designed for, that you're really here for. I think it's true that in life we show up and we learn through living in a certain place, from our environment, from people who are surrounding us. And sometimes it is true that we take on things that are not ours, or we are looking to create something that speaks to someone else strongly. And I'm going to say this because that's been some of my experience in life too, of wanting to create something that other people are really excited by. And I think the other truth to that too, the other side of it, is creating something that I'm excited by, right? Or that you may be excited by, and then sharing that in the world. I was listening to, I think, something that someone shared about Tyler Perry when he was talking about, people talk so bad about how bad his work is at times, or that they just don't uh, agree with it or fit with it. But he was sharing, by me creating my or stories from my lived experience has brought me to where I am today. No matter if there are people in the world who don't like it, the story isn't for them. He's creating stories that represent his own experience, and there are people in the world that connect with them. And so I'm wondering about that for you, for me, about creating things in life or things in life that you feel closely aligned with, or that is representative of your own very experience, right? Versus creating something that someone else thought was a good idea to create, or activating something just to make someone else happy. So I wanted to talk about this today because I think it's really important to live the life that you are designed for, to create the steps in the way that you should go versus how someone else's life has gone or what they have created for themselves. I do believe that there are examples out there in the world that we can pay attention to and learn from, but also we do have our each unique experience, our own individual lives to lead and live. And I think it's important to live in the ways that we should go. And there was another talk about, they're like, the guy was talking about business owners and how a lot of people may seem like they're not moving further or forward in the work that they want to do. And it seems like they could be stuck or struggling in a bit. And he talked about being in alignment, that it's so important to be in alignment with the energy that you want to create, right? Or that you want to have in your life. And so this also brought me to, living the life in the way that you should go, in the way that you should go, specifically for you, the life that you were designed for, and the life that I was designed for. And so I think it's important to stay in tune with that and not go with things of shoulda, woulda, coulda, or I should do this. But things that are internal to you, things that you connect with deeply, to share that in the world, to really engage with that as the way you should go. Um, and I want to know if you've ever had a moment in life where you felt that you were stacked up against somebody else's measurement, right? Or another standard, but it felt off track for you internally. And that's the example that I'm talking about. It's so important to be in alignment with who you are and live the life that you're here to lead. Pay attention to how you're showing up, how that energy is for you. Do you feel that you're in alignment? Do you feel connected? Do you feel like that your life is being filled up, that you're feeling more excited by life, more joy? Because if you are, that's when you're in alignment, and that's when what you're doing and activating and sharing the world is great, and it will have that energy that brings about the return or the engagement or the type of life that you want to lead. Yet, if you're feeling that something's off, or that you're not quite showing up, or there's a disconnected connection, or that your experience is draining you, then you're not in alignment, right? And you're not living the life that you were designed for, or in the way that you should go. And so, over time and throughout my experience, I realized that when you're having these feelings of drain or disconnection, that's not being in alignment, right? It may be thinking that I'm living according to someone else's expectations, or pleasing someone else, or doing something that you thought was just good to do, but you may no longer connect with. And so it's so important to pay attention to that and do the work for you that allows you to sit in the energy of calmness as you work to gain clarity. Because when you gain clarity, right, it's also the peace that comes with that, the peace of mind, the calmness, the ability to know what steps that you want to take to move forward, to activate or get to the next thing, right? And so when I'm living the life that I was designed for, or in the way that I should go, right, I feel feelings of flow. I feel really grounded. I feel energized. I feel like I'm creating from a place of feeling empowered. Um, and that gives me a sense of peace. That gives me a sense of fulfillment. And all of that is really important to me. And then when I'm in that place, I'm able to serve people from my overflow, right? And from this place of clarity and groundedness and empowerment, and being present with heart and soul in the work that I do. And it's true that coming to the place may not be easy if you've spent a lot of time in the place of disconnection. But the truth is once you get it, being on the path to understanding it and activating that work brings you closer to the joy and fulfillment that you want to experience. It'll start to feel a lot better. You'll be in alignment, and I think the things that you've been dreaming about and that you want to create will start to, come into fruition for you more often. And so, what part of your life is asking you to to come to the place and to return to the place of living a life that is truly yours, to living a life that you are designed for, the life that is your way of being and living and showing up in the world. What part of life is calling you to that? Because I think now is the time to step into that. If you've been in a place where you've been forcing instead of flowing, maybe it's time to go step into that flow. Do the work to step into that flow to release the things that no longer serve you. um, think about the decision that you need to make in order to do that. Like, what do you need to do? Who do you need to be for that to happen? What is your next, right? What is like tugging at you right now for you to pay attention to? It's really important to be in alignment with that or understand what that is. And then to take action on that, even if it seems like, oh, like if you can't make logical sense of it, but it's pulling at your heartstrings. Maybe it's time to really, really take a look at that and activate that for you, for your growth, for you to be in alignment, for you to be in that flow, for you to be able to live the life that you are designed for. Mhm. And this process gives you an opportunity to show up for you in your life, right? And you don't have to like jump in all in, and some people do. Some people want to jump all on and just go for it. Or you can just take one step in that direction, right? Taking one step in that direction. So it may be what is one thing that you can start to do that really brings you joy or excitement? Is it writing? Like, so maybe you can sit and write a poem. Or is it spending time with friends? So maybe you can go ahead and set up a lunch for you and one of your dearest friends, right? What is it that brings that flow for you or that life for you, and activate that, right? And you can do this. And if you need support with it, get in touch with me. I do offer coaching and therapy, and which two separate things, I must say. So just know that I do offer these things, but they're different processes for working with me, depending on how you want to step into work. So I do offer therapy coaching, and I want to encourage you to get in touch with me if you need that kind of support. And we can walk through, how I can best serve you. And you can move forward in the ways that are aligned with who you are and what you want to create in this world, or in this time, or within your community, or just creating just for you, right? If that's your journey. And so let me know if you need support. You can send me a private message and then we can go from there. In the meantime, be sure to start to take action to live the life that you are designed for, to live the way in which you should go for your life, to do that every day, starting today. So that's the tea with Trina for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to talking with you soon.